Hey everyone, welcome to episode 1 of Mike's Movie Talk. This is the show where we talk about movies. I'm Mike Myers, and we have a very special guest, Phillip Walker. And today we're talking about Jurassic Park.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yay!
Dinosaur movie.
Dinosaurs. Don't you love dinosaurs?
I never met one, but
Oh.
yeah, dinosaurs are pretty cool.
I want to give you guys a big spoiler warning, just in case you haven't seen one of the best movies of all time. Somehow, Philip just watched it last night. What did you think of Jurassic Park?
I liked it. I mean, like, you know, it's a classic Spielberg movie. It's got like the classic '80s lighting, kind of like E.T. You know, just the Spielberg. It's just a little feel good movie, despite the dinosaurs trying to eat people.
You may be asking yourself, what is Jurassic Park? If you have no idea what we're talking about.
You've been living under a dinosaur.
Yeah,
rock.
if you've been living under a dinosaur for the past 300 million years.
You might be a dinosaur.
So Jurassic Park came out in 1993, directed by Steven Spielberg, and it's based on the novel by Michael Crichton. And it's basically about this businessman named John Hammond. He's a wealthy guy, and he's like, I'm going to make some dinosaurs come back to life. Put them in a theme park. Sounds like a great idea, doesn't it?
I would go to that.
I would go to Jurassic Park.
I would go to Jurassic Park.
So he invites a bunch of paleontologists and scientists to come and tour the park before it opens. And then things go wrong. So the dinosaurs get out, and everyone is fighting for their lives to get off the island. So
And try not to get eaten,
and try not to be eaten.
which they do get eaten.
But yeah, I probably watched this film for the first time when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And I wanted to be a paleontologist back then. Doesn't that sound fun?
That dude,
I wanted to dig up dinosaurs.
I wanted to be an archaeologist for a while.
As I've watched it over the years, I've come to appreciate it more and more as I've become a film major. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about is the casting of this movie. You can have really good writing, but if the actors just aren't doing it for you, then a lot of times the movie is just not going to work, you know? I think lots of great movies have good casting in common, and this movie sure does. Sam Neill as paleontologist Alan Grant.
Yeah.
And I found this quote online that was really interesting, I thought. He said, "It all happened real quick. I hadn't read the book, knew nothing about it, hadn't heard anything about it, and in a matter of weeks, I'm working with Spielberg." So I think that's really interesting because he really hadn't been in anything really successful in the United States, because I think he's from New Zealand. Props to the casting director for finding him and putting him in there, because he was really good in that movie.
Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't know any other movies that he's been in.
Yeah, but he was good.
He was good.
He played a good cynic.
Point is, you are alive when they start to eat you.
We also have Jeff Goldblum in this movie as
Star of the show.
mathematician Ian Malcolm.
I can never tell if he's acting or not. Like
He's just being
at
Jeff
all
Goldblum.
times. He's just himself is just a funny character.
That is one big pile of shit.
I would he's one of the celebrities I want to sit down and have lunch with.
Yeah.
And be like, tell me about what's going on right now.
Yeah,
Not even your career. Just
that
tell
would
me
be-
tell me about your day.
He would be in
And
my
just listen to him talk.
top 5 people to go have dinner with. I wonder if Jeff Goldblum is just sitting around his house you know?
Oh my God! Oh, Viking fusion! Oh. We were gonna have Jeff on the show today, but
we wanted him on the
unfortunately,
show,
he could not make it. He canceled plans at the last minute.
Yeah.
Just about 5 minutes ago, he texted me and he was like,
Yeah, 5 minutes.
"Sorry, Mike Myers, I can't be on your show."
Yeah, he thought he was
So-
the big Mike Myers, Wayne's World Mike Myers.
And then he saw Barry College and he was like, "I'm not driving to Barry College."
Yeah, he's not. I'm not going there.
He's a busy guy.
No, he's like, oh, I'm not going there.
What I found online too is that Jim Carrey also auditioned for the role of Ian Malcolm. So
I-
that would have been an interesting
They're
choice.
2 shades of the same character.
Very
I feel
different.
But Jim Carrey is just way more out there, and Jeff Goldblum's more like a sophisticated kind of.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
absolute chaos.
Laura Dern, Richard Attenborough, Samuel L. Jackson. And this is a movie where I think there's a lot of movies like this where I forgot that Samuel L. Jackson was in this movie.
Yeah.
I was like, what? There he is.
He's
Yeah,
good.
He's in a ton of movies.
He dies.
He does die.
He
yeah.
does die in the movie. And he's like
his arm just like.
I like Samuel L. Jackson's character in that movie is really good. He's really funny.
He's
always got
the
cigarette.
computer hacker guy.
Yeah, he's always got the cigarette though. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes I can tell when they like dubbed over because like he's talking and he's got the cigarette in his mouth and he's barely moving his mouth and it sounds perfectly.
Yeah.
Is Richard Attenborough, or is he cousins with David Attenborough? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Because
I
like
should have.
if they gotten David
you guys
Attenborough,
know?
if they gotten
I should have
David
done the
Attenborough,
research.
because I would like to see the entire movie of Jurassic Park just narrated by David
That would.
Attenborough.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That'd be funny.
That would be cool.
They should have done that. They got the wrong Attenborough.
So the next thing I want to talk about is the CGI in this movie, because Jurassic Park really made CGI what it is, or at least a big part of it. We'll say the past 10 years before it came out. CGI was just starting to become popular and get more realistic in movies and being seen in more and more movies. But it was still a thing that was just coming into its own.
Yeah, they didn't even have computers back then.
They did have computers back then.
Oh.
This is in the 90s.
Right.
Yeah. You have things coming out like, I have some examples here. The Abyss, you have Pixar putting out some of their short films. This was before Toy Story. So
Tin
they
Toy.
hadn't made any. Yeah, exactly, Tin Toy. I was going to put Tin Toy in this episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just put the tin toy like
Well,
beside me.
We're putting the Tin Toy in
Put 'em
there.
right-
The clip's
put 'em-
probably playing right
Put
now.
them right here.
Yeah.
Have them
Okay.
right here.
And that creepy baby in there. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the baby is
The
cool.
No, the creepy baby
Yeah,
in Tin
yeah,
Toy.
he's cool.
He's very scary.
Yeah.
If anyone has ever seen Tin Toy, that baby is
Watch it.
cursed.
Watch
But
it.
it was the 80s. You also have Terminator 2 as a big visual effects thing right before Jurassic Park's coming out. That had a lot of effects advancements in the liquid metal T-1000 Terminator. So all these CGI things are just starting to come out before Jurassic Park. And we really take CGI for granted nowadays, I think, because it's just everywhere, you know?
I think if I can go on a little soapbox here,
Yes,
a little tangent.
absolutely.
It's like CGI is reverting.
You think
See,
so?
I think it's like people are like it's so common and people are like, oh, we can just CGI it, and
Yeah.
then they get really lazy with it and it looks really bad.
Yeah.
Like I've seen that in a lot of newer movies where I just like they just CGI an animal or something and it's just like,
Yeah.
and it just looks really 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 bad. Like the CGI in Jurassic Park works better for me than like this try-hard CGI that I've seen like this year.
Yeah. So the late 80s, early 90s, there was really like a transition where CGI was starting to replace the old methods of visual effects like stop motion.
Practical effects.
Practical effects, that's
Which
right.
was in Jurassic Park.
And there were a lot of practical effects in Jurassic Park, but they started out, they were going to do stop motion for all the dinosaurs, or at least all the like full body shots. And they did some tests with the dinosaurs, and it turns out it really wasn't working for what they wanted.
How are they gonna do that?
It was stop motion puppets, like big, or
Like really,
Minute-
really, really big.
well, not the life size like raptors,
Oh.
but like in Star Wars had the original Star Wars movies had a lot of stop motion like the AT-ATs, Tauntauns, the Rancor, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can really tell, and stop motion goes all the way back to like it's been around for almost as long as film has been around. You go back to stuff like King Kong, and that was really the only way to get that sort of effect. What they did in Jurassic Park when the stop motion wasn't working, they really had to retrain everyone in the team to transition these stop motion dinosaurs they had made into the new CG models. So because they did stop motion tests, they did CG tests, and they were like, wow, the CG really looks better. And the effects really hold up 30 years later, almost 30 years later, I think. What do you think?
I think, I mean, like, you know, like I was saying earlier, they don't hold a penny to some of what is out today.
Oh yeah.
You know, whenever there's more effort put into it, but like
You gotta remember, this was
yeah,
1993.
It looks dated, but like when
Yeah.
you think, yeah, this was 1993, like you just buy into that. Like imagine you're going to the theater in 1983, you're blown away.
It really just makes me appreciate it more, just because of what they were able to do back then, and the computers they had back then. God, the computers our fusion computers could probably make the entire Jurassic Park. The next thing we're talking about is the music. did you think of the music, Philip?
I love the music. I like really symphonic scores, like orchestral stuff. And that just like, and I was a trumpet player, and there's like a lot of trumpet in it, so it's just like, it's my thing.
Hits you in the heart there,
Yeah.
hearing those trumpets.
Give me those chills.
So John Williams composed and conducted the music for this movie. And if you don't know who John Williams is, here's some little-known movies that he's done, such as all of the main Star Wars movies. 45 years
E.T.
going back. He's done E.T. He's done all of the Indiana Jones movies. He's done Jaws. He's done Superman, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, all kinds
He
of...
did Superbad?
Not Superbad. Fun fact, he's been nominated for 52 Academy Awards and 71 Grammy Awards. So I think this man knows what he's doing. You hear that music, it's just like
Music's
iconic score, just like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, all that stuff that he's done.
very good.
Okay, so we know how good the original Jurassic Park is. And it was so good that it became the highest grossing movie ever up until Titanic beat it in 1997.
Oh, that's
So
dope.
it only lasted about 4 years, but it was the highest grossing movie of all time. So what about the sequels?
Hold on to your butt.
I know you haven't seen any of the sequels, but we're just going to blow through these real quick.
I can't say anything about it.
Yeah. The Lost World Jurassic Park, which came out in 1997.
How'd they lose it?
And that stars Ian Malcolm. So
Wait, really?
yes, you'd think that would
Jeff?
automatically be a great movie.
Jeff
But
Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum is back,
I'm gonna have to watch it.
and he's the star of the show.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's how it always starts. But then later there's running and screaming.
You better be good.
But it's just okay, I guess.
I mean, you can have a good performance in a bad movie.
Yeah, no, he was great in this movie too. There were some memorable scenes, but overall,
But he wasn't laying seductively like he was in the first one.
no, he was
At any
not.
points.
So we also have Jurassic Park 3 in 2001. The creativeness and is decline here.
I don't like that they put, what did they call it? Jurassic Park, The Lost World. And then they just go to 3. Like,
Well, The Lost World was based on the novel by Michael Crichton. So
and the third one's not?
the third one is not. No, it's
Oh.
just a story.
Now
they
we're getting
made
off
up.
the rails.
So Jurassic Park 3, Alan Grant is back, but it's still not great. It's just more of the same. He goes to a different island, and the dinosaurs chase him around. And
How'd the dinosaurs get on that island?
I think it was a testing island or something where they put them all and then put the good dinosaurs back on the other island when they put them in the park, or
I thought
don't
that
know.
they
because there's not a park there on the the island. It's just where they hold.
I
all
thought
the
they quit the
dinosaurs.
whole operation after the first one. Why would they do that?
They did, but then they left all the dinosaurs there. So then they had to go back and survey them.
Life
or
finds a
something.
way.
But yeah, Jurassic Park 3 is probably the worst of the original 3. So don't feel like you have to see that one. Okay, so we have a 14-year break because I guess nobody liked Jurassic Park 3. We have Jurassic World in 2015.
Did they lose that one? They got the Lost World,
They
Jurassic
did.
Park,
They did.
and then they got Jurassic
They basically
World.
lost Jurassic World. Yeah, it's really I feel like Jurassic World it's an enjoyable movie, but it's almost like a remake of the original movie because the plot is so similar. They make another theme park on the same island, and the same stuff happens. The dinosaurs get out, and they have to abandon the island.
So
and
they're
everything
like-
goes crazy.
What if we make the same movie with
But
better
if-
CGI
but-
and just new people and just call it
And
something
apparently that
else?
worked because Jurassic World made over $1.5 billion. How can you not have enough dinosaurs? Is the question.
I think you can.
You can.
Samuel L. Jackson might say you can.
And it almost this isn't on the same level, but I felt like Star Wars: The Force Awakens was kind of very similar to Star Wars: A New Hope. They really played it safe. I feel like
They're just milking
and
old 80s movies, 70s
let's
movies
bring
for
back
money.
some of the old characters and let's put some new people in there and
Make money.
make money. And The Force Awakens made over $2 billion.
Yeah.
So I'd say that was a success. Next up, we have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom in 2018. And this one is very similar to The Lost World. So I
Except
I
this
see a
time,
pattern here.
Except this time they fall.
They literally go back to the island again.
T-Rex goes like that. He falls.
He does? haven't seen the
it's
movie,
called
so-
Fallen Kingdom.
Oh well, okay.
Fallen
You haven't
is
seen
in the
movie,
name.
so I
I'm
don't know if
expecting
it's
to see something fall down. If I'm watching a movie called Fallen Kingdom, I'm expecting
Okay.
an entire like society, like a full monarchy.
Well, the
built.
kingdom was Jurassic World, and it's fallen because all the dinosaurs.
Yeah, but like a kingdom implies that there's a king, and so like
Wow.
there's a
The
dinosaur.
T-Rex, the T-Rex does not die. In
I want to see the
Kingdom, I don't
dinosaurs
think.
build an entire society. That's what I want to
That
see.
would be interesting.
Anything else?
Like a sophisticated society.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything else I'm suing.
Jurassic World Dominion is the next movie in the Jurassic World
Wait, they're
trilogy.
making another one?
There's another one, yes. I don't know if this is the last movie or what. I don't know what's happening.
Come back and comment on this video once that movie
Have you
comes
seen
out.
Jurassic World Dominion? This is coming out June 10th, 2022, as of now, if it doesn't get delayed.
Uh-huh.
So hopefully they don't remake Jurassic Park 3, because then that would be a pretty bad movie.
History repeats itself, you know what I mean?
They are bringing back Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum and Laura Dern for Dominion.
Is Richard Attenborough?
Richard Attenborough
Is he still kicking, or is he?
is not alive, unfortunately. Hopefully they can do something good with that. I don't know. Like Fallen Kingdom was okay. It's not a bad movie, but it's like kind of forgettable.
Is Samuel L. Jackson gonna be in it?
No. Samuel L. Jackson died in the first movie, as you can recall.
Yeah, but like he could be Samuel L. Jackson's young like great grandkid and still be Samuel L. Jackson,
Great-grandkid.
or just his child. I don't
He's
know.
old. He's 25 years older than he
He
was in
can
the original
he
movie.
looks pretty young.
We've talked about the sequels. We've talked about the music. Talked about casting. Talked about the CGI. What's the big takeaway here about Jurassic Park?
I mean,
Besides, Jeff Goldblum is amazing.
yeah, I just think it's a classic. I mean, like, it's you know how it's gonna end, but you don't know. Who,
Well, if you haven't seen it,
I mean,
maybe you don't know how it's gonna end.
sometimes life finds a way.
Okay.
I also want to mention there is in Bremen, Georgia. If you want a dinosaur sub sandwich, there's a place called Jurassic Subs
Oh my gosh.
in Bremen, Georgia. I don't know if it's a chain or not, but like they have the Jurassic Park font. They're really good sandwiches. It's just like Quiznos, but it's got like dinosaurs on the walls, and you can order like all the sandwiches are different dinosaur names. Like you can order a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it's just like a steak and cheese.
I want to go there.
Yeah, we'll go. It's only like an hour away from here.
Sounds like a plan.
Go get yourself a sub.
The big takeaway is that nobody ever learns that making a theme park full of dinosaurs is a bad idea. Because that's happened twice in the Jurassic Park World movies, and they didn't learn at all.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing happened, and they have to deal with the consequences twice.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what happens.
So I guess that means
it just keeps happening.
I guess
somehow.
I'm going to start a new Jurassic Park.
What if you made another Jurassic Park movie? What would
I'm
it
going
be
to call
called?
it Jurassic. What's the next step up from World? Jurassic Galaxy.
Jurassic Galaxy, Jurassic Universe.
That's next. But
Oh,
first it's Jurassic Galaxy.
Jurassic Solar System. Well, thank you guys for watching and
Thank you
listening
so much.
to our ramblings about Jurassic Park and its many sequels. Philip, thank you for being on the show
Of course, of course.
and talking with me about the greatness of Jeff Goldblum and dinosaurs everywhere.
Go pet a dinosaur, y'all.
Go pet a dinosaur. You can never have enough dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for the next episode. I don't know what the next movie's going to be, but hopefully it'll be fun. And we'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.